Hey there yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time. Thanks for joining me today. I have another short yoga snack for you. This practice is excellent for the whole body. We will relieve tension, stress, we'll improve flexibility, range of motion, all while strengthening the body. I've got one block for this practice, which I'm going to use towards the end of the class. If you don't have a block, you can improvise with a really thick book or a large towel that's rolled up nice and tight. So let's begin. We're going to start seated, taking a variation of our pigeon pose. So starting with the right leg, I want you to place your right ankle just above the left knee. Lean back onto those palms and start to bend the left leg as well. So you decide here how far you go into the pose depending on your knees and your hips. Here might be enough. It's going to feel a little stronger if you bring that left heel in nice and close to the buttocks. And here, if you're finding you still need a little more sensation, you can lower the heel a little closer to the hip crease. So you might choose just to hold still, or if you'd like to rock like I am, it can feel quite nice. Let's keep the jaw relaxed and gently place the tip of your tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Do your best to keep your tongue in this position for the entire class. Gently toning in the back of your throat for Ujjayi breath, just a little constriction there. Well done yogis. Let's straighten the left leg. Roll over onto the left leg now, so right foot is on the floor, right buttock is off the mat. It's an open twist. Press your arm into your knee. Gently deepen the breath all the way down into the navel to deepen the twist. And let's change sides. Finding your sweet spot. Be careful not to overstretch and don't push through any twinging or catching sensation that you might be feeling in the knee. So just meet the body wherever it is today. Don't try to strive for the same range of motion that you had yesterday. Every day is different. If you'd like to stay a little longer, you're most welcome to. You can always pause the class. Otherwise, taking that open twist, straightening the right leg, rolling over onto that right leg only, left buttock lifting up off the mat. And let's come back to center. Well done yogis. Cross the legs if you can. Roll over the knees, tabletop. So moving ever so mindfully with your breath, it's going to be a very slow flow as we slow the breath down. I want you to try to begin the breath before the movement. So the breath initiates the movement each and every time. While we're here, let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, little back bend. Then when you begin to exhale, start to tuck the tailbone under, lift the palms and sit back to a variation of child's pose. Head won't touch the floor. As you begin to inhale, come forward into a plank position. You can keep the knees on the mat or lift up. Round the upper back and looking forward over those wrists. When you're ready, elbows brush the ribs as you come down. Arms in front for your Superman Cobra. Gently draw the hands back towards the hips. When you exhale, lower. Inhale, back up into tabletop. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, sit back. Inhale, return to tabletop, little back bend. We'll introduce a downward facing dog this time. Exhale to round the spine, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up slowly, downward facing dog. Hold here as you inhale. And as you exhale, come forward into plank. Bring the shoulders just in front of the wrists. Option to pop the knees on the mat. Let's descend. Inhalation lifts the heart and the palms. Exhale to lower. Inhale, tabletop. We'll do one more round. Exhaling, child's pose. Inhale into your back bend, tuck the toes. Exhale to round, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank, rounding the upper back. Elbows brushing the ribs as you descend. Arms in front, lift the heart, engage the muscles along the spine. Lowering down. Inhale back up, hinge tabletop. And this time we'll just exhale, round the spine, downward facing dog once again. So holding it here for a few breaths, you might like to walk out the legs slowly. Maybe turn the head from side to side. When you're ready, let's step up to the top of the mat. So if you're tight through the back and the hamstrings, you might like to take a hold of the block here. Otherwise, just bend your knees and you can have those fingertips coming down to the floor. Half lift as you inhale next. Either keep the fingertips on the floor or take the hands to the knees. So try and bring in a little back bend here. Then exhale and fold. Inhale, come up again. This time bring the arms with you. Thumbs point to the ceiling. Squeeze the heels in. Strong in the back and in the core. Har out the breath as you fold. Well done. Inhale, half lift. Keep the fingers down. This time cross your right leg behind your left. And then as you exhale, walk over to the left a little. So again, you can use the block here if you need to. We're bending the front leg, keeping the back leg straight. Let's return to the front, keep the legs crossed. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. And as you do, left hand's going to take the right wrist, lift up and lean over, a little side bend. And let's swan dive. Uncross the legs. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Half lift again, arms come with you. Har out the breath. Half lift again, this time cross left leg behind the right. And maybe exhale, hands over to the right. Return to the front, reverse swan dive. Hand will take the left wrist this time, lift up and lean over. And back to center, let's uncross those legs, lower the hands down. Bringing the hands to prayer, Anjali, heart center. Weight can transfer into the right leg as you raise the left knee. Let's point those toes up towards the ceiling. A little bit of effort here for those hip flexors. We'll transition into a brief warrior three. Tilt the body forward. We can keep the thumbs resting on the sternum. Dorsal flexing that left foot. Rolling shoulder blades back onto the spine. Slightly tucking in the chin. Inhale. And exhale, warrior one legs, bring the hands to the hips. I'm going to heel toe my feet out a little bit wider so my feet are tracking at about hip width. Back foot on a 45-degree angle, toes pointing to the front corner of the mat. Feel free to make it a high lunge if you need to due to ankle, knee or hip. And when you're ready, we'll move through a flow, and for the whole time, I want you to gently press the feet away from one another. Hands to prayer. Check the position of your tongue and ujjayi your breath. On your next inhalation, start to bend the knee, take the hands out wide. When you begin to exhale, bring the hands forward, round the upper back, look down to your belly button. Inhale, arms up, warrior one, lift the chin, move the throat forward. Then as you exhale, hands to prayer, straighten the right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Arms up. Inhale. Hands to prayer as you exhale. One more round and then we'll build a few extra poses on. So when you're ready, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Follow your breath. Hands to prayer again, straighten the right leg. Inhale, arms out. This time as we exhale, twist to the left, wrap the hands around the waist. Inhale, crown of the head taller. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Then as you inhale, return to the front. Hands to prayer, straighten the right leg. One more round to go, a couple of extra poses when you're ready. Twisting as you exhale, hands to the waist. And then we'll keep the left hand where it is. Reverse the warrior, bring the right arm up, lean back. Side angle pose, right elbow to the knee. Option to keep the left hand where it is, or sweep the arm down and then overhead. Look back to the armpit or down towards the big toe. Feel free to tuck the tailbone a little, round the back and breathe into the side body. Well done. Lower both hands down, lift the back heel, let's rock it back to step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive. Same sequence, other side, hands to the heart, weight into the left leg as you lift up the right knee. Warrior three, take the leg back, press the palms together, roll the shoulders down towards the hips. Warrior one, legs when you're ready. Take your time. If you're feeling unstable through the flow, feet a little bit wider. Back foot on a 45-degree angle or make it a high lunge. Hands to prayer. Press evenly into both feet as you flow. Follow your inhalation. Little back bend. Then exhale, round the spine. Inhale, warrior one, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Remember, your breath initiates the movement, including our twist this time. Twist to the right. Inhale, return to the front. Exhale, hands to prayer, straighten left leg. Well done. Last round, side angle pose included this time. Twisting as you exhale. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale a little deeper if you can. And then in next inhalation, left arm up, lean back. Exhale, side angle pose, elbow to knee. Option to hold it there or take the right arm down and overhead. Breathe. Create space in the body with your in-breath. And lower both hands down. Rock it back, step it up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold. Let's reverse swan dive to come all the way back up. And hands to the heart. Well done, yogis. One more standing flow. Two choices here depending on your knees and hips. So I'll demonstrate first to show you. Feet to be hip width apart. When you inhale, arms are coming straight up. As you exhale, fold forward. Sweep the arms past the legs. Take the hands to the low back. One palm on top of the other. Inhale halfway up. Keep the hands where they are. Then you have the option to exhale and fold. And then inhale, return, coming all the way back up. Exhale, hands down. So that's option one. If you have concerns with knees and hips, practice that a couple more times. Otherwise, we'll squat this time. When you're ready, inhale, arms up. Follow Ujjayi breath. Exhale, fold. Rest the palms on the low back. Inhale, half lift. And then either exhale and fold or exhale and squat. Drop the bottom, lift the arms. It doesn't matter if your heels don't meet the floor. On the inhalation, we all come back up. And exhale, lower the hands down. Two more rounds with or without your squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, either fold or squat, arms up. Strong in the legs. Hands down. Last one. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale, hands down. Well done, yogis. Let's take the arms out to the side this time as we inhale. Swan dive as you exhale. Half lift as you inhale, hands can stay down. As you exhale, forward fold, downward facing dog. Hold here as you inhale. Then exhale, knees to the mat. Slowly, with control. Let's slow everything down, breath and movement. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, round the spine. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Press your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, knees to mat. Inhale, back bend. Let's do one more round, coming up into your last downward facing dog. And from here, come forward into your plank pose once again, either knees to the mat or you can chaturanga all the way down. Make sure there's no chicken wings, no elbows out to the side. Well done. Have your block close by. Flip it over onto your back. And let's have the hands next to the body, knees are bent, feet are hip width apart. Coming in and out of our bridge pose a few times. Again, we're following the breath. Let's press down through the feet. As you begin to inhale, just tuck the tailbone under. Then continue to follow that inhalation as you take the hips up. Feel the weight transfer to the shoulders and the head. When you exhale, lift up the heels and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Well done. Tuck the tailbone, inhale, lift up. Lifting heels, then exhale to lower down. One more. This time we'll hold it, so press down through the feet, the shoulders and the head. Either keep the hands as they are or you can interlace the fingers, straightening the arms underneath you. Take one more spacious breath into the front side of the body. And then lift up the heels, release the hands, exhale, lower down. take a hold of the knees. On your next exhalation, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale and bend. Doing one more. But of course, if your back needs more, then do take a little bit longer there. Otherwise, your next inhalation, those feet can return to the floor. And we're going to rest on our prop now. Take a restorative bridge pose. So either block or maybe your book or your pillow or towel underneath your bottom. So you can either take it to the flat side or to the second height. I'm going to rest with my arms overhead, holding opposite elbows. But feel free to keep your arms by your side. Feeling the breath roll over the back of your throat. Find a little pause before you exhale slowly. And when you're ready, lower the arms down if they're by your side. If you're on the second height like I am, just turn the block to its lowest height. And then when you're ready, lift both feet up towards the ceiling. So you can allow the feet to fall a little closer to the head. You might even like to take a hold of the legs. Or you can have the hands by your side. There's no right or wrong. And then let's inhale, legs out nice and wide. As you exhale, cross the left leg over the right leg. If you can, bend the knees and draw the knees in towards the chest, or maybe you can reach the ankles or the feet. If this is causing any discomfort in your body, you could take a reclined pigeon instead. So you have a bigger angle between those thighs instead of crossing for Gomakasana legs. And let's unravel. Inhale, heels up to the ceiling. Option to exhale, legs a little closer. Inhale them back up and take them out nice and wide. And then as you exhale, right over the left or your reclined pigeon, take a hold wherever is comfortable as you guide those thighs towards your chest. And let's release, unravel the legs, lower the feet down to the floor. Lift up the hips and the heels, remove the block, come down slowly. When you touch down, take the hands to the knees, keep the arms straight, push the hands into the knees, pull the knees back into the hands and imprint your lower back onto the mat. When you're ready, you can soften there and hug the knees in. Let's lower right leg down. Continue to hold onto the left knee. We'll take a twist. Left knee over to the right. You can place your block underneath the knee if you like. And option one, staying here in your twist. If it feels okay for your back and you'd like a quad stretch, you can bend your right leg and take a hold of your right foot with your left hand. Only if it feels good for your body. If not, return to option one. One last inhalation. Then as you exhale, release the foot if you have it, return to your back. Let's take that twist to the other side. And we'll all take a few breaths here, just settling into the twist to begin with. Breath by breath, giving in to gravity as we unwind the spine. Feel free to take that quad stretch. Deepening the breath to deepen the twist. On an exhalation, release the foot if you have it. Let's return to our back, coming into Savasana. Taking up as much space on the mat as you can. Tucking the shoulders under. Softening the forehead, the tongue and jaw. Yoga is the pathway to that stillness within. Inhaling a little deeper now. Feeling the breath touch the nostrils. Feel free to wiggle toes and fingers. Following any urges to move or stretch. Rolling to your preferred side when you're ready, coming into the fetal position. Feel free to rest there for as long as you like, for that nice moment in between moments. Only coming up to seated when you're ready to continue with your day. Thanks, yogis, for practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed that class. It was a little inspired from our Viniyoga approach, along with our Ashtanga Mysore. So I hope you enjoyed, yogis. Feel free to make any class requests in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Have a lovely day.